Get your films on with the Blurds.
Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate.
Unpacking movies has never been more spot on, woke, fire, and just plain lit.
They are lit all the time.
So if you're unsure whether or not to plop down some cash for a film, check out the Blurds.
When a man with a 45 meets a man with a rifle, the man with a pistol is a dead man.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolyte.
You really only need to hang mean bastards. But mean bastards, you need to hang.
Don't say you weren't warned. Ridiculous. Here's Brandon and Jeff.
Hello, and welcome to episode 215. Is it 215? Yeah. Of the Film Blurds. I'm Jeff Stewart, a.k.a. Uncle Jeffrey, and I'm joined here, as always, by my friend and co-host.
What's up, ball bags? It's Brandon Norwood. Very quickly, we want to just pay respects to Sam Neill. We didn't get to do it last time just because the Odyssey had to get out. That review had to get up and out. R.I.P. Sam, man. Like, seriously, R.I.P. Sam. Besides the obvious big one, he's been in so much. Like, Possession, which is getting remade, and honestly, the remake sounds like it's going to be hot, but Possession is a classic.
I mean, he is in one of my favorite horror movies of all time, which is Event Horizon.
Okay, you mean you got that, Possession, In the Mouth of Madness, which if you've never seen that shit, yo, go in as blind as possible, because by the end of the movie, I was just like, what the fuck did I just watch? But I mean that in the best way possible.
Right. In the Mouth of Madness, honestly, is one of the last best John Carpenter films.
You don't fuck with Ghost of Mars?
Man. Like, not even on an ironic level can you enjoy that fucking movie.
Well, maybe it's been a minute since I've seen it, because the last time I watched it, I was in high school.
Yeah, like, literally, I've seen it twice. Once when it hit theaters, and once maybe 15 years ago, randomly, and it's like, oh, this is garbage.
It's like vampires. I remember watching Vampires. I was like, oh, this is terrible.
Yeah, like Vampires, honestly, James Woods, how he is now, should not be a surprise to anybody if you saw Vampires, because the way he acted in Vampires, apparently that was all fucking ad-libbed. So when he's smacking bitches and being misogynistic, that was all ad-libbed. Because originally Kurt Russell was supposed to be the main vampire hunter.
That could have been dope for a third Snake Plissken movie, Snake Hunting Vampires, because who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? At that point, who gives a shit? Because, Escape from L.A., I showed my brother Escape from New York for the first time during lockdown. And that was like my third or fourth time seeing it. And then, for my second time seeing it, I showed him Escape from L.A., and I'm like, I prefaced this. I was like, dog, this is a huge piece of shit. And it was worse than I remembered. And then once it finished, my brother just looked at me. He's like, it's bad, but it's not that bad. I'm like, okay, nigga. I was like, get the fuck out of here. This shit is that, Escape from New York Escape from L.A. is just basically a soft remake of the first and has some of the worst jokes.
CGI. Worst CGI. The surfing Snake Plissken at the end.
Everything about Pam Grier's character is just, even back then, I was just like, this is in such poor taste. She's a trans character, and her name is she. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Yeah, it's real bad. And the talent is there. You have fucking Steve Buscemi. You have
Peter Fonda,
right? Like, you have
who's my man? Who's my man? Who's gruff? That gruff nigga who's always in shit. He was Titus's dad on the Titus sitcom.
Oh yeah. I can't think of his name right now.
Legendary actor.
Yeah, but it was stacked. But Escape from L.A. is as if John Carpenter did a parody of Escape from New York.
Yeah, like a whole set piece is fucking Snake throwing free throws. Like, I shit you not. I shit you not. It's a deadly basketball free throw.
Yeah. So yeah, instead of yeah, it's
But anyways,
Yeah.
R.I.P. Sam Neill. You're a legend. He was still in Peaky Blinders when it was good for the first season, and then he's in the second season, but season 2 is where the decline is noticeable in that show. Still haven't made it past season 3, and I won't.
I think I tried to rewatch everything in order to watch The Immortal Man, and I think I made it to season 4. I think I made it right past the Russians.
Yeah, so speaking of Peaky Blinders, there's going to be another show, and it's going to be based on Barry Keoghan's character.
I mean, we
and
knew that.
They recasted Barry Keoghan.
Oh, word?
Either they didn't want to pay him, or he didn't want to do it.
I think it's a little bit of both. Honestly, it's got to be a little bit.
But
of both.
it was a big name actor they replaced him with, and I'm like, yo, dog. Other than they're both Irish, they have nothing in common. I was like, that recast is wild.
Yeah, I mean, look, I didn't make it to the end of Immortal Man, right? Because most of the movie is Cillian Murphy just ruminating on how bad of a dick he was in the series, right?
Yeah.
And then he's got a son for some reason. That's why I watched it, because the rewatched the show. It was like, I don't remember him having a kid.
Yeah, and didn't they kill off his wife like in season
2?
Okay, yeah.
No, wait, no, season 3. Like the first 2 episodes of season 3.
Yeah. See, that's how much I remember. The only thing I remember is him betraying his whole gang and they all get arrested. I'm like, why the fuck would you do that though? Like, you depend on these niggas. The only thing I've seen after that is the whole no fighting, because that's became a meme. And I was like, and I'm watching, every time I see that meme pop up, I'm like, why did they all go back to him?
Like, it's they justify it. It's some convoluted reason. And look, I said it before, I'll say it again. Peaky Blinders is the Black Panther for white people, right? It's just like they love that shit and they'll support it no matter what, because it shows our culture.
Look, R.I.P. Sam Neill. That's all I got, man. You will definitely be missed. You're gone too soon, even though you're in your 70s. You were still like,
he was like, look,
yeah, he looked young. Like, he looked like he was 50.
Right. I mean, he didn't look like his age. Like,
right.
Honestly, yeah.
And he's still in Taikia's best movie, because let's be real, Taikia's best movie is Hunt for the Wilder People, which there's a trailer for a Taikia movie that dropped a few weeks ago, which we'll talk about in Trailer Talk. Yeah, and I'm just like, it
dropped with no fanfare, and I forgot to watch it. I forgot it exists. I saw clips, like, you know how Taikia on Instagram, he'll like drop like little bits and pieces of his trailer, or they did a Vanity Fair spread. I was like, oh, I got to check this out eventually, and it just totally left my radar.
So before we get into Trailer Talk, I also just want to say the Odyssey opened worldwide at 263.8 million. So we might as well say 264 million. That's fucking crazy for a 3-hour R-rated movie. 140 million worldwide, and then overseas, I should say, excuse me, and then domestically 123 and a half. So let's round up, 124. That is over expectations. They thought it was going to do anywhere between like 80 and 100. Like, originally it was like 80, 85, and then as we rolled into the weekend, they're like, oh, okay, maybe 100. Once those Friday estimates came in, they're like, oh, well, maybe 115.
Yeah. So like that whole entire conservative go woke, go broke shit out the window. So luckily, through a friend of a friend, I was able to go see it in IMAX 70 at Lincoln.
Yeah.
Right?
Where were y'all sitting?
Like dead center.
In the back or closer?
like dead center, like middle, like road E.
Okay, all right.
In the middle, right? So like I got the whole thing. This dude, he was one of those people who when the tickets went on sale, like he went and got them.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for Dune, because now shit's gotten so bad that they put another week on sale, Monday, and within the hour they were gone. And a lot of people have been saying like there's a quarter of the theater empty because motherfuckers are buying tickets and reselling them on eBay or scalping them. And they're like, they keep losing money. And I'm like, well, stop fucking scalping tickets, man.
Right.
Like the only success story I heard is somebody paid $6 for 2 tickets, not 6 G's, 600. Because people are trying to sell tickets for $2,000. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man.
So like, yeah, I went. It was Tuesday at 10 a.m. Right,
and it's sold out. Yeah.
Theater was filled. I'm gonna post a picture of it on my Instagram later today, and you'll see. Right, like maybe 2 or 3 seats were empty. But yeah, it was fucking packed.
Huge shout out to Nolan. The dude who runs IMAX said it'll probably be in IMAX till at least the end of September.
All right, good. Good.
Yeah, because tickets went on sale yesterday for the end of Oak Street, and I was like, oh, okay, me and my brother can go see it at Neshaminy. No showtime, no IMAX showtimes at Neshaminy. I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, this was shot for IMAX too, and I can't even see it on a small ass 190 screen.
I mean, look, maybe it'll go on Infinity Vision.
You know, listen, the only places that I see that are selling tickets in IMAX is Times Square, which by that point, I might as well see the shit in Dolby. And then the other place is New Brunswick. And I love New Brunswick's IMAX. Like, that is a huge 190 screen. But the problem is I hate driving there, and it's a pain to get the fuck out of that theater. Like, it's a pain to get in. It is a pain to get out. Like, I'm surprised there hasn't been more accidents.
I'm sure there are that they just keep that they keep those numbers out the paper. Because as soon as you pull out into traffic, then you got to cross 4 lanes to get back on Route 1. And I mean, like, immediately cross 4 lanes. Right. Isn't that right? But isn't that right before a bridge or right after a bridge?
It's right before the overpass.
Yeah, the overpass.
That takes you to fucking bumfuck. Yeah. So, yeah, end of Oak Street. So now I'm, like, worried I might not see Resident Evil in IMAX. Because that drops in September, and that was also filmed for IMAX.
Yeah, and I finally saw the trailer in front of the Odyssey, and yeah, okay.
Moving. All right. Well, the reason I bring this up is because one thing. Right before release, this dude, he quotes himself. He is a AI filmmaker. Did a whole Odyssey movie in AI, and apparently he had one of his movies premiere at Tribeca either this year or last year, and people were like, yeah, it was an AI movie and it fucking sucked. It was shit. And people posted clips of people booing at the world premiere once that shit was over. He's like, oh, well, now's the perfect time to drop my AI Odyssey movie. And that's all I heard. Like, even I was like, Variety, why are you reporting this? This is not fucking news. This guy ain't even that well known. So that came out, and now, yesterday, the fucking ultimate scumbag worm, fucking Elon Musk, who has the audacity to call Christopher Nolan a worm, is going to put out a quote-unquote historically accurate Odyssey made by Grok. I was just like, okay.
Is that babe? See, the news I heard was it was going to be directed by Mel Gibson.
I heard he said he swears Grok is gonna make it.
I was like, look, I mean, either Grok or Mel Gibson, both horrible ideas.
Also, I'm pretty sure Mel's busy with his 2-part Passion of the Christ sequel.
Like, Elon, can't you just be happy being rich?
Yo, that's what everybody's saying. They're like, you got to be a real miserable motherfucker to be like, oh, I'm gonna go after this because it has one trans person in it who's in it for like I want to say a total of 15 minutes.
10 minutes maybe.
And then Lupita, who's in it for 20 minutes at most. Like you guys, man, you call other people snowflakes, and then you get mad at everything under the sun. It's insane to me.
And it's crazy the amount of hate and vitriol towards the fucking casting, right? When like there are other things about this movie, if you wanted to be a dick, you could try to attack. But like by attacking the trans stuff and the casting stuff, you show who you are. I just come out and say you don't like black people. Just say it.
I'm fucking appalled that they think Helena Troy should be blue eyes and blonde hair. And I'm like, I hate to tell y'all this, but Greeks are dark skinned, dog. They're in the Mediterranean, and it gets hot there. It's sunny. All the blonde haired, blue eyed women you want playing Helena Troy, their skin would be peeling. They would be burnt, and their skin would be peeling off.
But also, on a more, if you want historically accurate or accurate to the text, Helen was born from an egg.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's fantasy, my dudes.
Yeah, Zeus raped her mom, and then her mom gave birth to a bunch of eggs, and one was Helen.
Right. So, I mean, an egg birth woman literally can be, she could be green. Right? Like, it's...
Also, would like to say, somebody I saw yesterday was just like, Zendaya's Athena was terrible. Should have been Sydney Sweeney. And I'm like, what is with you conservatives and Sydney Sweeney? Like, that's the only actress they know of is Sydney Sweeney.
I had this conversation right after I saw The Odyssey for the second time with the dudes I went with. And it's like, Sydney Sweeney is only hot to conservatives because she is a soft 8 with big tits. She's like a Jersey. Like, you could go to a bar in Jersey and meet a Sydney Sweeney and possibly land her. That's why they think she's so pretty, is because every incel white dude is like, yeah, I mean, I could get a Sydney Sweeney.
You know, maybe it's just me, but you know, I like Latin women, and I like women from the Middle East. Those women have big bosoms, you know what I'm saying? Like real big titties. And I'm just like, so it's me seeing Sydney Sweeney, and I'm just like, you know, it's a thing called porn. Like, you can go on the internet, or you could even go to the Midwest. Like, all the women in the Midwest have big tits.
Yeah, like I'm an equal opportunity offender. I like all women, but Sydney Sweeney, I've seen Sydney Sweeney before. I've seen that model of white woman before, right? That's you know, base model white woman with the modification kit. Right, like you can go out to any bar in PA or Jersey or even New York, and you'll find 5 or 6 Sydney Sweeneys going around. The only thing that blew her up is because she was an actress, right? And she was a competent actress, right? She wasn't horrible,
right? And she's not like, y'all make her out to be like fucking. You think we watching the next Elizabeth Taylor, where Elizabeth Taylor had everything. She was beautiful, and she was a great actress. Like, right. Even when later in life, where she gained weight and she was just old, she would still act her ass off, where we'd all stand up and be like, that's fucking acting.
And like, here's the thing, right? These dudes are treating Sydney Sweeney like they should be treating, I'm blanking on it, Wolf of Wall Street, Barbie,
Margot,
yeah, they should be treating Margot Robbie the way they're treating Sydney, because Margot is classically beautiful. I mean, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying,
right? But Margot Robbie is like classically, breathtakingly beautiful. She is a fucking shark. She is smart as fuck, and she's an amazing actress. Right? Like, it's just that she is not a Nazi. So I think that's where the problem lies with these conservatives.
Well, anyways, that's what we wanted to talk about real quick for news. Let's get into trailer talk.
Roll camera and action!
It's time for some trailer talk.
All right, Jeff, you saw the trailer for The Other Mommy since you saw the Odyssey in theaters. Why don't you talk about it? Everybody says how wild that shit is.
It is super wild. All right, so imagine this is a fucking giant IMAX screen I'm watching this on. So it's Jessica Chastain. I was like, all right, I'm here for it. And she is making breakfast or dinner or whatever like that for her daughter, and then all of a sudden her face turns and she goes like a blank stare, and it's just, oh shit, this is a fucking horror movie, right? And it's wild. So I don't know exactly what the idea is, but apparently the little girl, right, she has her real mother and then an apparition that appears to be like her mother, and she can't tell which one, right? But the shit is crazy looking. My only problem with it is instead of it being called Other Mommy, it should be called Other Mother, right? Just because it rhymes. But it, from me not knowing anything about this before I saw the trailer and then seeing the trailer, this is high on my radar just because this could either be an amazing horror film or a complete train wreck. Either way, I'm there for it.
Okay. All right. Well, look, I will watch the trailer when I go see it. Like, they emailed it to me, and I'm like, yo, look, I'll see it in theaters when I see the Odyssey again in like another 2 weeks. Yeah. So, why don't we get into the trailer for Misty Green, Chris Rock's new movie from A24. Looks cool. Looks good.
Yeah,
I don't like that Chris Rock casted himself as the love interest. I'm like, that's kind of cheap, bro.
I mean, look, every movie that Chris Rock has ever directed, he's cast himself in. So this does not surprise me. It looks competent. Like, and I don't know what to take from this. This looks like another one. I love movies about Hollywood. I love movies about stars.
I love Top 5. Like, Top 5
Top 5 was great.
Great. Yeah.
Right. So if this is as good as Top 5, it's going to be pretty damn good. And honestly, he has gotten better as both a director and an actor over the last couple of years, right? Because
I agree.
he was garbage when he first started acting. Let's admit it, right?
I mean, his first role was New Jack City. He played a crackhead. He played the fuck out of that role.
I mean, yeah, it was crackhead because, you know, it's easy to do a crackhead. But like when he started taking serious roles, right? He wasn't that good, right? But I think once he did Fargo, season 4, I think that's where he was like, I'm going to be an actor, right? I'm going to be like a dramatic actor because you can do the comedy, right?
Sure, I guess. Look, I'm just happy also to see Daniel Kaluuya back. Looks like he's playing manic bipolar. You know what I mean? Because there's different levels of bipolar. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen the main actress before, so like I have no idea who she is. She looks great. I hope it's good. You know, that's all I got.
Yeah, she looks familiar, but I haven't delved deep into who she is. But yeah, it looks good. It looks like a deconstruction of a rise and fall of a Hollywood actress, and I'm here for it.
All right. Did you watch the trailer for Paul Greengrass's new movie, Uprising?
No, go ahead, talk on it.
I haven't either. I was just asking.
Okay. Yeah, no.
All right, so we could spend a majority of our remainder time for trailer talk talking about. I love how you guys know I talk about the show all the time. The only other podcast I talk about on this show, which is The Big Picture, hosted by Sean Fennessy and Amanda Dobbins, and they talked about it before their Christopher Nolan rankings, and they had Chris Ryan on. Chris Ryan was a guest, and I love how Chris Ryan just goes, "Do you think they dropped this on this Monday morning because everybody's riding the high of the Odyssey and theaters are hot right now? Because me personally, I think it's embarrassing that everybody goes sees the Odyssey and then they drop this shit and you're just like, this is not what movies look like. Like I love how Chris Ryan says, we as people with cameras are capable of so much more. And then Amanda Dobbins, she's just like, I don't understand the process of this from inception. Like, I don't understand why Downey's back as Doom. I don't understand why this is coming out the same day as Dune. Like, every step of the way, I've been confused. And that's how I am with Amanda, where I'm just like, every single thing they've said ever since this went from the Kang Dynasty to Doomsday, every step of the way, I'm like, but why? Like, remember when we first covered that the Russos and Downey were doing this and they were coming back? And I'm like, y'all spent like $200 million already. Like, the official budget, I think, is $400 million. And I'm like, I think this will gross $1 billion. I'm pretty sure. But for this to be profitable, to like at least to break even, like they gotta like do like $1.5 billion, because like after marketing, I'm pretty sure the budget's gonna be $700 million, dog.
Yeah.
And remember, like they have to split the profits with theaters, and I'm just like, there's just no way in any set. None of this makes sense to me. This is the trailer they dropped at CinemaCon, and even they went to CinemaCon, and Sean and Amanda swear that they had plants there and influencers there, because the theater owners and journalists, once they played the trailer, they all looked around at each other like, okay? And then all the people who were going, yeah, woo, woo, were like influencers, and they think plants.
I mean, I would not be surprised. If you don't know what we're talking about the trailer for Avengers : Doomsday.
Yo, Robert Downey Jr.'s fucking Latvian accent is insane.
He's doing his best. He's doing his best Werner Herzog. Yo. What I like, because that's the first thing you hear in this trailer is him talking all mystical and shit about like this big threat, and it's like, is that Werner Herzog? Right?
Yo.
And I was like, no, that's Robert Downey Jr. doing an accent. And I was like, man, I hope they paid you a fuck ton, man, because you were better than this.
I'm gonna be real, bro. Like, I think it will gross $1 billion, but I would not be surprised if this shit topped out at like 600 or 800. Because I'm just like, bro, you're going up against Dune, and niggas are walking out of the Odyssey being like, yo, Dune prologue was better than fucking Odyssey. And I'm like, nigga, what?
I mean, look, I saw that first 4 minutes, and that was some of the wildest shit I've seen captured on screen in a fucking minute. It was so good. I was like, can we just play that again?
Did niggas clap?
Yeah, they clapped, right? Because, I don't want to ruin it for you.
Oh, yeah, because I'm going to see it in 2 weeks. Right. I was supposed to see it 2 fucking weeks ago, but, and that's my thing. I'm just like, you know what? And instead of trying to replay the fucking Q&A, they could have just showed us the footage in the trailer, and we all would have been happy.
Yeah. But, so those first 4 minutes that I saw before the Odyssey of Dune, I can guarantee is better than the whole entire 3 hours runtime of Doomsday. That's how epic that shit was, right?
I have a feeling Doomsday's going to win that opening weekend, but I have a feeling like after that opening weekend,
it's done.
Dune is just going to eat its lunch, bro, because I have a feeling once word gets out, like, nah, you have to see this in a theater. Like, that shit's going to eat. Like, Jeff, when I walked out of Motor City on Monday, I walked into the parking lot of AMC Market Fair, and there's a group of, like, I want to say college-age students, and I'm walking to my car, and them niggas are standing there like, we have to go see this in IMAX 70. I'm like, these niggas just walked out of the Odyssey, just seeing it, and now they're like, yeah, we got to go see it in IMAX 70. That's going to be Dune, where motherfuckers are going to go see it in a regular theater, and they're going to be like, yo, nah, son.
Like, quote me now, everybody who's listening, right? When people talk about the planet landing scene, right? That's what we watched, right? When they talk about the planet landing scene, watch how they describe it.
Saving Private Ryan in space. So, look, a lot of people have pointed out this trailer's gray. There's a lot of smoke in it, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe we should host our own special film blurred screening where where we make it 4DX, where I'm hitting my vape.
Yeah,
and give you a real experience.
And I'll be smoking a whole bunch of cigarettes. I can make it real smoking in that motherfucker. Yeah, let's go.
And then I went back and watched the trailer. I'm like, oh yeah, they're right. Like, this shit is just great. Like, it's crazy to me that this trailer is literally people standing around
looking at each other. Right? All serious and shit. And then, like, just epic end of the world bullshit. Like, Thor. What is Thor's line? Is like, I've seen I've seen stronger men fall.
Yeah. I was just like, Jesus Christ.
Like, all right.
None of this gets me excited. Like, everybody's like, but you see Shang-Chi fight Gambit in the Sanctum Sanctorum. I'm like, who fucking cares?
So?
Who cares?
Right?
What does that mean to me? And like Sean Fennessy said, what the fuck is the story? What's the story here?
Can I get some sort of point of reference? Right? Can I get, like, what's
the context to any of this?
Yeah, context. What's
like? That's what we all loved about the MCU is like, yo, we had 10 years of storytelling. Thanos was there. You know what I'm saying? He was in Guardians. He was in credit scenes. We knew he was trying to get those stones. Dune's just going to show up.
Yeah. After being mildly teased in Fantastic Four, mildly.
What are we doing here?
I don't look. If they don't know, we definitely don't fucking know. And look,
there's rumors about
go ahead.
the troubles they're having. Like, I heard rumors that they're having trouble during production. I'm hearing they're having troubles with cutting the story together in the edit. And I'm just like, man.
But we knew this, right? Because Alan Cumming.
Yo, that interview's going viral right now. Go ahead, Jeff.
Alan Cumming's been talking about this for the last 2 years, right? Like, he doesn't know what scene he's in. He doesn't know who he's acting against, right?
Rebecca Romaine confirmed that too recently in an interview. She's like, yeah, there's some days where I had no idea who was in the scene with me. And I'm just like, that's not how you make a fucking movie, man.
That's fucking crazy.
And I'm in that one shot where it's the Fantastic Four, the Thunderbolts, Sam, Ant-Man, Bucky, and Thor. I guarantee you those people were not there at the same time.
Right. Because you can tell.
Yeah, the way it's blocked, it's just like
the way it's
insane.
blocked, and like the vignetting on the shot of fucking Ant-Man is like, that was a creative choice that I would not have made. That's probably because they had to do something to plug him in to the thing. And look, Cyclops looks cool, I guess. Cool.
That was from the teaser though that they put out in December.
Yeah, but like I didn't see that. Right? So Cyclops looks cool. And
why is Namor trying to fight the Wakandans again? Like, I see the Wakandans show up to Talokan to recruit them for, I guess, fighting Doom. And they're in the palace, and the Talokans just turn on them. I'm like, we're doing this shit again?
Honestly, that should be the title of the movie, Avengers. We're doing this shit again.
And the fact that the big moment they end on is Steve And I'm like, y'all niggas did this shit literally, and I mean literally, in the last Avengers movie 9 years ago, or however long it's fucking been.
Right, but there was a payoff to that, right? Like they set that up in Avengers Age of Ultron, right?
And now it's being theorized that that's going to be Hydra Steve, because they remember everybody hated Secret Empire. Like, that comic sucked,
Right.
where it was revealed Steve was Hydra, and then
Right.
you find out, oh, that was a variant Steve from a different dimension. Like, that shit sucked. That's what people are theorizing. Like, oh, that's going to be Hydra Steve.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Sure.
right there with you. I'm right there with you, man. I am right there with you.
Cool. I guess. I don't. And look, the action looks marvelly, right? If I were a 15-year-old boy watching this, I'll be like, oh, this shit looks hot, right? Fighting and explosions and lightning. But as a grown-ass man who has very limited time on this earth and very limited time in a day, nothing about this says I need to go see this.
My patience for this type of shit is just gone now. You know what I mean? Just because, like, I saw a movie yesterday that I can't talk about that has a fraction of the price of like one of these movies, and the fact that that movie is basically because another movie died on the vine. I'm just like, y'all, what are we doing? First off, number two, Kevin Feige's been a real fucking idiot lately. First, he said in an interview he feels like a loser that he couldn't get Blade off the ground because they didn't want to just put Mahershala Ali in a trench coat and have him start killing vampires. And I was like, nigga, we got 2 classic movies of Wesley Snipes doing exactly that. It ain't rocket science. It's not like we trying to make it's not like you guys are making Hamnet. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you guys are making Disclosure Day. It's fucking Blade.
Right. And also, you had the perfect opportunity right there with rebooting Blade in Wolverine and
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Deadpool and Wolverine, right? It's like, okay, so Wesley is on board to come back, right? You already have Mahershala. You could put the two in the same movie, right?
On some multiverse shit.
On some multiverse shit, or like young Blade is Mahershala, right? You do the 2 timelines. You got old Blade.
Old
so
Blade,
like the decisions that young Blade makes affect old Blade, right? And the 2 timelines happen simultaneously, right? That's your Blade movie.
Also doesn't help that they undercut Mahershala with Wesley Snipes in Deadpool and Wolverine going, there's only one Blade and there'll only be one Blade. And I'm like, man, that is fucking disrespectful.
Right.
Also, number 2, they're on him and Amy Pascal are doing the press tour for Spider-Man. By the way, movie that just finished production on Monday, and I was like, "What?
We're seeing it. Oh, we can't even talk about it, right?
What?
But yeah,
we're seeing it soon, and I'm just like, y'all just finished this shit, and I'm just like, I'm looking at my watch, I'm like, what? Yeah, the fact that him and Amy he said, yeah, me and Amy, we watched Dustin's first cut. You know what I mean? It's not going to be the final cut, but his first cut, we watched it and we stand up and cheered. I was like, so y'all 2 stood up and cheered at your own movie that you're both credited as producers on. Do you realize how fucking stupid you guys sound?
I would have been more impressed if they had said, yeah, we stood up and we booed this movie. It was like, if I made the movie and I boo it, then I know, like, I'm giving an honest opinion.
Imagine Christopher Nolan or Steven Spielberg saying that shit. Like, I watched my first cut and I stood up and cheered. I'd be like, I love you, but like, you're a fucking asshole.
Like, if by say that is honestly indecent exposure, because that's masturbatory, right? We stood up and clapped on our own fucking movie. You're jerking off. That's indecent exposure.
And then for Kevin to be like, yeah, we have the next we have Marvel movies planned out to 2043. I was like, That's if you guys get there.
Yeah.
Like that's a big if, and I guess that's when Blade will come out in 2043.
Yeah.
They say they have 7 Spider-Man movies planned because once Spider-Verse ends, live action Miles Morales will be introduced, and I was like, oh yeah, Spider-Verse ends next year when it drops next June.
Just say you don't know what you're doing.
Before we move on, I just want to say the only thing from Marvel I'm actually looking forward to is probably the Return of the Defenders. I want to see what Ryan Coogler's going to do with Black Panther 3, and I want to see what they're going to do with X-Men. But like everything else, I'm good. I'm real good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm going to Wonder Man season 2.
Yeah, and like I said, Daredevil is a Defender, so rumor is Defenders are getting their own movie. So
cool, but yeah,
and if X-Men don't work out, it's fine. They got the TV show. The TV show's doing it for me.
Yeah,
that's why like when Supergirl sucked and everybody's so mad, I'm like, well, you know, My Adventures with Superman's on HBO Max right now. Like I'm chilling.
I was disappointed by Supergirl because I didn't expect it to be great, but I expected it to be better.
I think that's it. I'm just over comic book movies, man. I think I'm just at that point where I'm just like, you know, we had a good time.
And here's the thing: you can get the comic book aesthetic in original properties, right? Like you can have motherfuckers fight with swords or invincible humans or magic in things that don't have a dude in a costume. And a story.
I will say, like, I enjoy comic book things, quite frankly. Like, there's TV shows I love that are on right now that are based off comic books, but like, it's like when you graduate from college and after you drank and partied, like now that you're working and your body's just like, yo, you're old now. You just like when your friends who just graduated with you, they're like, yo, bro, you want to hit the bar this weekend? You're like, nah, I think those days are done, dog. That's what I am with comic books, where I'm just like, I think those days are done.
Like, I'll come out for a drink or two, but then you know, I got an early day tomorrow, so I'm gonna go to bed.
I'm good. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Avengers Doomsday, as they say, Doomsday is December 18th is Doomsday, and I'm like, no, December 18th is Dunes, Dune 'S day. It's Dunes Day.
So my favorite part of the trailer was honestly
at the end where it said
the countdown clock.
Oh no, I think my favorite part of the trailer is when it came up and it said "See it in Infinity Vision." I laughed hard.
Yeah, like
that shit will never not be funny.
It was like, yeah, Infinity Vision was hilarious, but like the countdown clock, I was like, I don't know, that did it for me for some reason. Because the rest of the trailer didn't.
Well, they put Infinity Vision tickets on sale, and they've mostly been Dolby showtimes, and they sold out. And I'm like, congratulations on selling out the first weekend of premium large format. Let's see how you do after Christmas. Like, I'll give them up until Christmas. I have a feeling after Christmas, it is going to be abandoned ship.
Yeah, I mean, look. I will always go back to Lucius Fox in The Dark Knight. Good luck.
All right, let's get into the main review.
And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The Film Blurbs feature film review.
But anyways, let's get into our first review. Jeff, why don't you take the lead on this, and I'll interject at points. Okay. But I dug it. I really dug it. Welcome to the TERRORDOME. Before you start, I'll just say my favorite part of this was like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. So, you know, and I get that. So, Welcome to the TERRORDOME is a movie that's getting a new 4K restoration. It was made in 1994.
Yep.
And it's credited as being the first Afrofuturist movie out of England directed by a woman.
Yes.
And it's pretty much about England, or putting all of the poor black people in a confinement zone, sort of like a concentration camp, sort of like, Alligator Alcatraz, or any of the number of things that are happening now.
I saw it as an illusion of what's happening here in America too, and how black people are forced into the ghettos and how fucking shitty they are. You know what I'm saying?
Like the ghettos, or the high rises. They're in London now. Like any.
Let me take you for those of you who want to see some of the worst parts of the black community. There's parts of Trenton I can take you to. There's parts of Newark and Camden, South Orange, East Orange, New Brunswick. My personal favorite place to take people to and ditch them is Brownsville.
What, Brooklyn, Brownsville?
Yeah.
Why would you, hasn't that been gentrified yet?
It's getting there, but not not quite. Or I'll ditch people in East New York.
All right. Well, good luck. See,
that's my favorite thing. That's my favorite kink, is driving up white people I don't like, who are uppity and just think they're better than me. And I'm like, yo, let's go check out this spot. And they're like, yo, you coming? And as soon as they close the car door, I'm like, good luck.
Yeah, I mean, that's some Escape New York shit right there. And so the movie is, it starts off with the legend of Ebo Landing, right? And we see a whole bunch of slaves in the 1700s on a beach surrounded by white people you're about to be sold off, and instead of being sold off into servitude, they just walk right back into the fucking ocean and drown. Right. And I was like, oh, this is how you're going to start this fucking movie?
It's my favorite part of the movie.
Right. So, and then we, fast forward to future England, and it's, the movie is surrounding and that's the thing about this movie. There's so many storylines going on. I don't know which one to concentrate on, right? So you have the future Bloods and Crips. That's what it's called. The Blues and the Reds. And then you have the cops who, if you're the cops that are patrolling this area, then you are a bad cop, right? Like, you are a dirty cop. And then you have the white motorcycle gang that somehow gets in there, right? And there's a lot of different stories. Saffron Burrows is in there. She's
looking right.
She
looking right.
Yo, I forgot how attractive I found Saffron Burrows, but like when she was a baby back then, it was like, yo, you had some work done, and the work didn't make you look prettier.
Well, like all white people, they
age like
except for Anne Hathaway. Somehow she gets hotter.
Yeah.
Also, Anne Hathaway is like 43 and is about to have another kid, and I'm like, man, what is in her DNA?
Oh, she got some Native American in her.
Like her titties are getting big too.
Right.
Like,
Well,
sorry to talk about you like that, Anne Hathaway, but like,
well, that's the pregnancy. That's that pregnancy shit.
That's why she's on kid number 3. Because if I was her husband, like, yo, listen, like, I don't blame you, dog. Listen, I guarantee you, she gonna be 50, and she's like, all right, here's kid number 4.
But like at a certain age, you get that age, then things start getting complicated.
Yo, listen, it's worth the risk, baby.
But anyway, so this movie is angry. And that's the best way I can describe it. It's not a bad movie. It is definitely weird, right? Because sometimes the story will be unfolded through hip hop lyrics.
Yeah. Because the movie's based off the Public Enemy song, like one of the greatest rap songs ever made. Welcome to the TERRORDOME.
Right. And so there's a lot of hip hop in there, but it's done by British hip hoppers. So you have to adjust your you have to adjust your ears to know what they're like what you're listening to, because they talk fast over there.
Yeah.
It's it's mean though, because there's this one scene, and like this is a spoiler warning if you want.
I
But
mean, just in the first 10 minutes with the sister, where I'm just like, damn, bro, that's how you're gonna treat your fucking sister?
right.
Like you're turning your own sister out, bro.
Yeah, but like he said, I'm giving her the good shit. I'm not giving I'm not giving her the shit I give the white people.
Yeah, I would lock her in a closet and like have her dry out and go through withdrawals.
Right. So I'm not gonna spoil it, but you know how they say you don't kill kids or animals? Well, in the first like the first half of the movie, they kill 2 kids in different ways that are both just like, oh fuck, you went there.
Yeah, that's
Right?
why I was like the opening, I was like, man, I'm gonna buy this Criterion in October. And then
Yeah.
once I finished the movie, I was like, I like this movie, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna watch this again.
Right. Exactly.
I can understand why it went the way it did when it came out.
Yeah. I mean, it's very indie. It feels very indie. It feels very enclosed. And when I say enclosed, half of it feels like it was just on a soundstage.
Yeah.
Right. Um, the the acting is spotty at best. Some people are doing real work, and some people are. It's literally someone's auntie on screen.
Yeah.
And like by saying that, like it's not a bad movie, and it's a part of cinema history, right? Because there's never been a female written and directed Afro-futurist dystopian society movie, right? Like there still hasn't been. Honestly, this is the first and only. It's just it feels it feels cheap, but not in a good way. And it's one of those movies where it's an important movie more than it's a good movie.
Yeah. I find it interesting that after watching the movie, I was like, what exactly is going to be on this disc? And I
Right.
Googled it. And in addition to this movie, you're gonna get all of her short films, even her short film she put out like a couple of years ago.
Okay.
All of her short films will be on the disc, and then apparently she did an essay for her own movie that's gonna be included. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah. I mean,
If Criterion, if y'all want to send a copy, I'll gladly take one, but I will not be of my own volition paying money for this.
so did you reach out? Did they reach out to you about the interview opportunity?
Yeah.
Did you sign up?
No.
Okay.
And look, it's just because I didn't know. I like interviews for me right now, they have to be like important, like the one I'm
Right.
going to talk about at the end of this episode and what you're going to hear at the end of this episode. But I straight up told them, because they kept emailing me like, hey, can you see this movie? Can you see this movie?
Right.
And I'm like, well, I can't make any of the screenings, the 5 screenings that you guys sent me.
Right.
So either
send me a
can you
screener.
guys, I was like, yeah, either can you guys send me a screener link, or can you in October just send me a Criterion disc? And they're just like, we'll send you a link. And they're like, when are you going to have this up? And I'm like, Thursday. The review will be up Thursday. Look, I don't hate this movie. I liked it, but like I never ever 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 will watch this again.
And you know what? I will watch it again, just as an academic exercise, because I mean, there are some interesting things going on in here. I think this movie, done by an older filmmaker, would have been much more impactful,
And
powerful,
focused.
and focused.
Because that's the thing. It's like, yo, it needed a little more focus. Like,
Right.
I'm telling you, I think the whole you get what she's trying to do in that opening, and that's why I love that opening so much. Like when it hard cuts from that opening of them walking into the ocean to then the ghetto that the whole rest of the movie takes place in, I was like, that's the thesis of the movie. It feels like a short film that was stretched out into a feature.
Yeah, I get that. And I like what she was trying to do throughout the whole entire movie, right? It's like we said, like I've said before, like we've said before, I see what you were trying to do. You just didn't do it, right? I'm going to watch this again, and I'm going to I'd like to talk to her as a filmmaker.
Well, I mean, do it.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I don't hate this movie. I like it. I like it enough. I like what it represents. I like the path that it built for other filmmakers. But it feels to me, I have the same feeling about this movie that I have about Thief by Michael Mann. Right?
See, this is how I view this movie as Us. Like, the way you feel about this movie is how I feel about Us, and the way I feel about this movie is how you feel about Us.
Yeah,
that's what this movie is to me. It's like Us.
Okay, I get you. Yeah,
except I like Us much better, and this to me is like a few steps down from Us.
I mean, like, I like this more than Us just because it's weirder. Yeah, it's I think if you're a cinephile, you owe it to yourself to watch this movie, right?
And you're gonna hear that a lot in this episode, because not a single one I would recommend to a general audience.
Yeah, like this is like, if you're a film fan, if you're a film historian, then yeah, you owe it to yourself to watch this movie. But if you're trying to watch it for pure entertainment, or it is some sort of I don't mean to say enlightenment, but some sort of catharsis, this is not the thing.
All right, well, let's get into our next film. We gotta talk about Motor City.
I'm so mad I missed the secret screening on Monday.
Loudest movie I've seen at Market Fair. Like, that shit was loud. I went in knowing, I only saw the trailer once, and I didn't realize this was going to be a almost entirely silent movie.
Oh, word?
So, like, when it hit the, like, fourth song in a row set in a montage, I was just like, y'all, enough. But I didn't realize that was the movie's MO. Produced by Jack White. Jack White also chose all the songs in the movie, and Jack White is in a cameo in this. Anyways, I like this movie. I like this movie a lot. This is one of the most repugnant movies I've ever seen. Like, I was just like, this is going to be hard for general audiences to swallow, because this is a grindhouse movie, dog. Like, it is. This is one of the craziest exploitation films, and exploitation films are not for the general public other than Kill Bill.
We're like, so watching the trailer, it gave me was it Rumble on Block 16? What was the one by the dude who did Bones Tomahawk?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it gave me big vibes from that movie.
No, dog, this is a tough pill to swallow, this movie.
Oh, word. And this is and I love Grindhouse.
Shout out to Lionel Boyce is in this too. And wait till you see how Lionel Boyce is used in this movie, where you're just like, oh, I fell in love with this movie, where the camera pans around as Alan Ritchson, because he gets set up and put in jail because he's innocent. And the camera pans around his head, and you just see him pouring some liquid in a bar of soap, and the soap is made into the shape of a shiv. And I was just like, yo, they're showing us how to make a homemade shiv. Like, this nigga's making a homemade shiv out of glass that he's making in prison. And as soon as it hardens, he takes it out of the soap, puts water on the floor of his cell, and then starts sharpening it in the the puddle in this water. Later in the movie, they show you, there's close-ups of them sawing off shotguns. there's close-ups of them making homemade bombs, like step by step making homemade bombs. And I was just like, yo, this is
Was this like did they make the anarchist cookbook into a fucking grindhouse movie? What the fuck?
Yo, I've never seen a movie show you step by step how to make a fucking shiv out of prison soap. I was just like, yo, it's the most gangster thing. And when listen, I'm just gonna give this away. He escapes from prison, and when that guard, because the guard's a piece of shit, one of the 3 cops who work at the prisons help set him up because they work for Ben Foster. And surprise, surprise, Ben Foster's playing another fucking piece of shit scumbag. Because when is he not? Yeah. When is he not? Like, I feel bad because, like, I feel like homie's just like, yo, you're gonna take me seriously because, like, he's a child actor and he played a lot of meek and timid people up until The Punisher. And then after The Punisher, he's just been playing scumbag after scumbag.
Like the closest Ben Foster has ever gotten to playing a sort of good guy was Hell or High Water, and he was still still a scumbag.
And Leave No Trace.
Wow, Leave No Trace.
That was the one with him and his daughter in the woods.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good movie. But yeah, man, I was just like, Jesus fucking Christ, like the close up of him pouring the fucking the liquid glass into. I was just like, yeah. Also, shout out to Shailene Woodley, because who among us doesn't want to bone Shailene Woodley? Like, that's what this whole movie comes down to, is like Alan Ritchson is a good guy who wants to marry Shailene Woodley, and then Ben Foster just wants her as a sex slave.
This movie sounds wild as fuck. I really want to see it. Really want to see it.
It's too long. I'll say that. It's 1:50. There's a coda, and the coda is just stupid. I'm like, dog, we could have just ended this at this point in time, and especially at that point in time, I'm like, both of these niggas should be dead. That's crazy. That's just fucking crazy. But yeah, if it's playing near you, and I only recommend this again to cinephiles because, bro, the general public, you could just feel the animosity in the theater. Like, dog, there was college-age students next to me on a date. Some very attractive college-age girl with this cut nerdy guy. And they were so in love that the nerdy guy turned to her, and they were both fully reclined, and they were hugging each other and making out. And it made me so uncomfortable where I was very tempted. I was like, I hope you guys aren't going to fuck right next to me.
Right.
Because if so, go to your car outside.
Right.
Just go outside to your car. I'm not trying to see this, but like, bro, when he started making the shiv, I started laughing, and I just saw both of them look at me and give me a dirty look. And then when he shanks the prison guard,
right,
I started laughing because I just couldn't. I laughed because I couldn't believe what I was watching.
Right.
And the kill move he does with the shank to the guard, I was just like, yo, and I was laughing, and they were just so mad.
Well, like, look, be mad, motherfuckers. Like, if you wanted to fuck, it would have been cheaper just to get a hotel room, right?
Yeah, man. Because I was surrounded by couples, because there's an old couple on my right side and then the other couple to my left.
Who saw the trailer for this and thought, like, you know what? This is a good date movie.
This was the AMC mystery movie.
Oh, that's right. Like, oh, that's right.
Because every time, if there's not a screening, I go to work. And after work, I'm like, you know what? Let me drive 15 minutes and see what this mystery movie is going to be. That's how I got ambushed into watching a lot of the dog shit I've watched.
Right.
Like Out of Darkness, like Primate, like that fucking giant spider movie that
Oh, wow. Crawl?
Sting.
Yeah, we go.
And Young Washington, fuck you guys for that. Like, seriously, fuck you guys for that. But I realized after watching this movie, I'm like, oh, my kink is watching Alan Ritchson murder people. Maybe that's why I love Reacher. And now I'm like, Angel Studios is putting out a movie with Alan Ritchson and he's murdering people. I'm probably going to see it.
Yeah.
That's my kink. Alan Richardson murdering people.
Look, just like one of mine is Denzel Washington out for revenge. Right? That's my favorite genre. I get how Alan Richardson just murdering motherfuckers because he does like that looks like a dude who murders. Right? like I mean he may be a great guy. He may be he writes poetry and pets puppies, but if you look at him, that dude does murders.
Yeah, I don't want to see him as a bad guy because he sucks as a bad guy because he was a bad guy in Fast X and he sucked in that.
I forgot he was in Fast X.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
But I you know what? I'd like to see him as a bad guy in a good movie, right? Because Fast X is.
Yeah, it's a shame they dragged Brie Larson into that shit too. But yeah, But the other complaint is because I was just like, of course, when I saw Ben, what's his face? Ben Foster,
yeah.
I was like, oh, he's going to be a piece of shit. And then when Pablo Schreiber showed up on screen with that fucking shaggy 70s hair and that fucking disgusting rapist mustache, I'm like, oh, he's a piece of shit too.
Yeah.
And yup, guess what? He was a piece of shit because he's working for Ben Foster as well. And then Ben McKenzie's in it. And I'm like, damn, Ben McKenzie's in it? And he's only in it for 15 minutes. And I'm like, of course, because no good people can survive in these type of movies.
Oh, this sounds great. This I'm excited for this.
Yeah, only for hardcore cinephiles.
Maybe that's this episode's title. I was like, for cinephiles only.
And I will say this. Oh fuck, I lost my thought. But yeah, this is my thought. All respect to John Woo. Literally all respect to John Woo.
Mm-hmm.
This is what he wanted to do with Silent Night, and they pulled it off better here than what they did.
I still haven't seen Silent Night.
Like, Silent Night is just miserable. And as ugly and as repugnant as this movie is, at least there's some satisfaction by the closing credits. You know what I'm saying? Plus, the action in this is much better than what was in Silent Night.
Okay, yeah. Look, I'm here for it. Look, this sounds like the kind of movie that I'm gonna really love.
Oh yeah, like yo, that was my first thought walking out. I was like, oh yeah, Jeff's gonna love this movie. Like, this seems like the type of movie Jeff would make. Honestly, I'd probably make some shit like this too. But yeah.
All right, Motor City, for film fans only.
Man, this week's been interesting to me because I'm just like, we're getting top shelf like mid and low budget action movies, and then I'm just looking at the Avengers Doomsday trailer. I'm just like, ugh. It's like, you. So let's get into our final review, which is for Nicolas Winding Refn, pretty hated Her Private Hell. If you've seen The Neon Demon or any of what was that TV show? Too Old to Die Young, or
the other
Only
one.
God Forgives. I will say, out of all of those, this is the one I like the most because at least I was like, there's a coherent through line through this that I could latch onto, and I appreciated that this was like a dark fantasy film. Like, right off the jump, and I said that y'all will listen to my interview with Nicolas Winding Refn and Charles Melton. Y'all hear right off the rip in the first 5 minutes, Sophie Thatcher meets this woman who's supposed to be in this movie with her. Her character's supposed to be in this movie. And she quotes Hans Christian Andersen to him. She says that. She's like, Hans Christian Andersen. And this girl just immediately goes, I don't listen to European music. And that shit had me dying. That shit had me dying so much. And y'all will hear the genesis of that. But like, yeah, this is a dark fairy tale. It's a dark Odyssey. It would make a good double feature with the Odyssey because they're two very violent, R-rated fantasy movies that just take you to like the underbelly
he loves an underbelly. That show he did on Netflix.
Copenhagen Cowboy?
Yeah.
Which I heard is good. A lot of people like that.
I mean, once you get past the first 2 episodes, you lock in.
Okay. Yeah, I fuck with this movie. Like, and I say this again, for cinephiles only and for a certain type of cinephile, because I can understand how people see this and are just like, yuck. But for me, this is a movie for me.
And like I feel the same way about Too Old to Die Young, Neon Demon, and Only God
Forgives.
Right?
Yeah.
If you stop trying to like the movie, you start to enjoy the movie, right?
But those movies are hard to follow, like scene to scene. This one, I'm like, well, at least I get what's going on, as vague as it is. Like Hannah Rose Liu, like her and Sophie Thatcher's relationship is basically like the backbone of this movie. And I fucking love the reveal between their the tension between the two of them, because you think, oh, Sophie Thatcher just hates Hannah Rose Liu's character because that's her stepmom and she's the same age as her. And then no, you find out, oh, and when you find that shit out, I was like, man, that's one of the most fucked up things I've ever like. That it's the whole relationship is just fucked.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Dope fight scenes though, because Charles Melton's in it, and he's on another. There's 2 stories, so you got Sophie Thatcher and Hannah Rose Liu, and then you got Charles Melton, and Charles Melton has some hard ass fights. Like the fights are so hard, dog.
Yeah, I'm like, look, I have been on. I've locked in on NW. Like I can never get his fucking name.
Nicolas Winding Refn.
Yeah. In NWR. I was calling NWR.
And that's how he says. That's how it says. He has his own production company called By NWR Productions.
Yeah. Since Pusher, right? And I followed his career all the way through Pusher, even in this new, like, not new, but people
his experimental
phase. People were spoiled by Drive.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you had been a fan of his before that, you knew Drive was, besides the Pusher trilogy, Drive was an exception. It wasn't the rule. The shit that
Bronson's even experimental.
Right. The shit we're getting now is the rule. Right? Bronson is the rule.
And he says it in his interview. He's like, he makes every movie for the audience in mind. So don't think like he's just doing this to be pretentious or nothing. No, he thinks about the audience while making these movies.
But he thinks about his audience, right? He doesn't think about those Midwest motherfuckers. He's thinking about the people who are NWR fans.
I think it's crazy it's coming out this weekend. I think it's crazy that it's getting a wide release. Like, this is playing at Market Fair, dog.
It's getting he hasn't gotten a wide in a while, right? I guess Neon Demon. I guess Neon Demon won't ride. Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw that at Hamilton when that was still open. I'm really shocked this is playing at Market Fair though. I'm like, wow, people are not gonna know what they're getting into. Look, I liked it. Please listen to the interview because there's a lot of stuff revealed in that interview, including lineage. Like, I didn't know Nicolas Winding Refn is like Danish royalty, because we talk about that quote, and I asked where that quote came from, that Hans Christian Andersen, because that shit is hilarious.
Right.
And he gets into the minutia and he reveals who he's related to. And I was just like, oh, holy shit, really?
Okay.
You'll hear it in the interview. You'll hear Charles Melton really get into what his character is and how he got into fighting. And like I said, the fight scenes are fucking crazy. Like, I like this movie. I really do. But I keep in mind, again, this is not for normal people. Like, if you want to go be entertained, the Odyssey's playing, dog.
Right. Right.
Minions and monsters is plain. This is not for you.
This whole entire episode has been about like you have to really appreciate cinema.
Yeah, man.
Like this is a cinema episode.
Yeah. That I mean, please listen to the review. Like stick around. No, interview, excuse me. Stick around. Like and if you listen to the interview and it piques your interest, then definitely check it out. But I'm not going to say there's parts of this movie where I'm like a little slow because,
that's
Nick,
how he works.
Yeah. There's extended shots of characters just staring at each other. Mm-hmm. And after like the first 45 seconds, you're just like, all right, bro.
But if you know, that's his MO. Like this.
They sent me a screener link for this because I missed all the screenings for it. Mm-hmm. And they gave me 10 views.
Right.
But I only had 24 hours. And I was like, why would you guys give me 10 views for something I only have 24
hours to watch? Right.
I watched it twice and I want to see it in a theater. So I'm going to try to see it again over the weekend at Market Fair in a theater.
All right, let me know. I got some time. I'll go with you.
But yeah, please listen to the interview. The interview is coming up. But yeah, I just want to say, word of warning, this is for cinephiles only, baby. I'm just letting you know. Like, I like it, but listen, there's hardcore film critics and cinephiles who even hate this movie. And I totally understand. But look, it's refreshing to get something like this in the middle of summer where this summer has been all around underwhelming.
Yeah, 100%. It's a nice palate cleanse, and it reminds you that not everything has to be IP.
Yeah. So here's my interview with Nicolas Winding Refn and Charles Melton. Here it is. So just to start off, like one thing that caught me off guard, and Nick, it had me dying of laughter, is where at the beginning Ella says, does the Hans Christian Andersen quote, and then the other woman, which she really just immediately cuts in, oh, I don't listen to European music. That had me dying. Was that scripted or was that improvised?
Oh, no, it was very scripted.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
Where did that come from, man? That is hilarious.
Well, it has many layers. Obviously, the Hans Christian aspect of it is the fairy tale fetishization. I mean, I am Danish, after all, so I guess I'm the new Hans Christian Andersen. But also, it's a kind of ironic thing because in Denmark, where he was born and created his work, we can never capitalize on him. Everyone else does. Hollywood is very good at it. Right. So it was the ignorance to a sense of who he really was and what he means in our culture, because he's profoundly impactful on most everything that we actually see or hear.
Okay. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind when I watch it a third time now.
You're part of his bloodline.
I am.
Whoa! Are you serious?
Yeah.
I am. I believe there's a very strong DNA connection.
Okay. Wow. Charles, your character, Kay, I really got a lot through him, how rigid he is on his mission to get his daughter back. Like, every time you're always straightening out your uniform, slicking your hair back. I wonder what you can tell me about how that informed your character and how you played him through this film.
Yeah, early on Nick would talk about, like, Private K's this hero vigilante kind of guy, and that was his Batman, that was his costume, and I think the combing of the hair and then like the rigidness and keeping everything self-effacingly perfect was just kind of a representation of him trying to contain and control all this pain and this rage that lived inside of him. The exterior completely contradicted what was going on internally. And so there was just these, fixing of fixing of his suit and the very like meticulous and just specific like combing of the hair and scenes, and what Nick does so well too is like, you know, fetishizing certain moments and stuff. Where we're just like, oh damn, that's tight, that's cool, you know, like oh yeah, that's cool, and it's amazing.
You know, and that rigidness does extend to your fight scenes, which I gotta say, guys, that was pretty good fight scenes. You know what I mean? You're coming out right after the Furious, and you guys have almost just as good as like martial arts scenes and scenes with katanas. How did you guys just improvise that, or you really rehearsed it and choreographed it?
No, it's very, choreographed and rehearsed because you have to.
Right.
You know, but it has to look obviously non-choreographed and non-rehearsed. But it was all Charles, you know, because I think we very clearly did not want a stunt double, so it was on him to carry it. And we had an amazing Japanese stunt coordinator, fight designer, that came from Japan to Copenhagen where we were shooting, and kind of worked with Charles. And he brought his crew with him, which were also good actors, which is very important when you do fight scenes, that the other opponents are not just mechanics, but they can perform in it.
Right.
And then it became just a design concept, you know, how far could we push it and how many times could we take? But I think that this is, again, you know, Charles has this, he's blessed with this nobility of like an old-fashioned movie star, the way we would describe iconographies of what a movie star was like back in the day when there was mystery and secrecy. And then he has, you know, this amazing physicality at the same time, which obviously we photograph very well, to do all these action sequences. So it's like what they say, the face of a poet, but the body of a beast. That was kind of how we looked at him.
Face of a poet.
That's very apt, I gotta say. Well, final question, guys. Every movie's a challenge to make. What did you guys learn on this one that you're going to take forward on your next one? Because, like, I've seen all your films. I'm going to keep seeing all your films. You're amazing. And I've known you since Riverdale because I actually like Riverdale. So, like, what are you guys going to take moving forward in your career from this movie particularly?
I think that for me, it's that cinema is for the cinematic experience, and that's what we have to always fight for. And whatever I can contribute to that is what it's all about. And then always just continuing to make what you want to make at all costs. It's your obligation as a creator is to be truth to yourself, because I'm asking for your time. So if I'm not giving you something in return, I'm not worth the experience. There has to be an interaction. There has to be a sense of exchange between us. So I think that, again, you just have to create with your heart.
Well, I learned many things. I'd say maybe do 2 or 3 more films with Refn. 2 or 3 more, but like, you know, what I loved about, I'll make this brief. I learned specifically, technically, precision.
Okay.
An incredible precision and of stillness. And doing nothing is doing everything. And doing nothing is a lot harder than doing a lot. It's very hard just to be still. But it's easy to be still in the world of Refn.
That is an excellent place to wrap. I just want to tell you guys, though, like, in addition to still wrapping my head around your movie, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the Odyssey because I saw that last night. And the first thing I walked out of this, I was like, this would make a perfect double feature. Like, you go see this movie and then you go see the Odyssey because these are both like dark fantasies for adults. And I think that's a beautiful thing to do in the middle of summer, is to just walk into 2 R-rated dark Odysseys. So congratulations on the film, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
Seriously.
Thank you, man. It's great.
We're the Film Blurs. I'm Brandon Nord, and I'm the motherfucking protagonist.
I'm the protagonist.
I'm Jeff Stewart, a.k.a. He Who Remains.
Don't come at us. It's just fucking movies.
You've been listening to the Film Blurs podcast.
Man, I just love what you guys do, man.
I never miss an episode. It's the best. It's my favorite podcast.
Follow Jeff on IG on MindFireXL and Brandon on Twitter at BJN Tweets.